Okay, thanks for coming in, viewers. Dr. J.W. Ayoub. The Cost of Legislative Experimentation, episode 10. We're really in the meat and potatoes now as we flow fluidly towards the end. I think I've been relatively fair during these outlines. When privacy stops being private, when privacy stops being private, I hope those of you that have listened to this are receiving therapy from what I would have tried to create as clarity. Episode 10, when privacy stops being private. Co-mutual governance cannot remain stable. Co-mutual governance cannot remain stable when it comes to biology and identity. Not inside a female boundary, not where privacy is the purpose, not where biology created the need for the protection, because privacy requires certainty, and certainty cannot survive two competing governors. One governor says biology created this boundary, another says identity may enter this boundary, and that's not balance, that is structural invasion. The deepest failure of co-mutual governance is that it asks biology to share authority over boundaries biology created. Let me say that again. The deepest failure of co-mutual governance, the 2013 amendments, is that it asks biology to share authority over boundaries biology created. And that is unsustainable. It's not sustainable. Biology does not negotiate its own replacement. Female privacy was not created by ideology. Female vulnerability was not created by ideology. Female bodily instinct was not created by ideology. When identity is given co-authority over female privacy, biology does not disappear, it resists. When identity is given co-authority over female privacy, biology does not disappear by nature, it resists. And a female change room exists because biological sex matters. A female refuge exists because biological sex matters. A female prison exists because biological sex matters. A female intimate care boundary exists because biological sex matters. And these are not symbolic sites. These are bodily sites. They involve exposure, fear, memory, trauma, embodiment, instinct, vulnerability. And the law, and this is what it's done, may attempt to make biology share governance with identity. That's what it's done. But the female body does not experience that as technical inclusion. It experiences it as intrusion. And this is where co-mutual governance collapses, because identity may seek recognition, but biology seeks protection. Identity may seek access, but biology seeks boundaries. Identity may defend a firm affirmation, but biology recognizes risk, proximity, exposure, and instinctive defense. And when these meet inside female privacy spaces, the conflict cannot be permanently managed by language or law. The body notices what law attempts to soften. The body reacts before policy explains. The body does not consult ideology before it recognizes threat. And this is why female privacy cannot be reduced to administrative access. Privacy is not merely a room. Privacy is the right to stop being watched, the right to stop being assessed, the right to stop being exposed, the right to stop negotiating one's bodily vulnerability. When co-mutual governance enters that space, privacy stops being private. It becomes conditional, supervised, debated, explained, defended. And once privacy requires defense, it has already been diminished. And this is why many women experience the framework as demoralizing. It tells biology to remain calm while its boundaries are being penetrated. It tells instinct to behave while ideology enters the room. It tells women their discomfort must be morally managed. But biology does not disappear because language instructs it to. Biology eventually goes to war with identity when identity claims authority over biological privacy, and that's just nature. That's just nature, and that's what Gillard and her government did not foresee, the war. Let me say that again. Write it down if you've gotten this far. Biology eventually goes to war, goes into conflict, goes into enmity with identity when identity claims authority over biological privacy. And that cannot be changed. And the conflict may appear as objection, withdrawal, vigilance, silence, avoidance, anger, litigation, but beneath all of its one simple reality. Female privacy cannot survive if female biology is no longer sovereign. Here we go. Sovereign over the boundary created to protect it. And I just used the word. It's taken 10 episodes, but there it is. Female privacy cannot survive if female biology is no longer sovereign over the boundary created to protect it. This is gold, isn't it, viewers? For this lesson, my final consequential statement, 4 lessons after this. I hope somebody's getting something out of this. Comment, do something. Get past the shadow ban on this channel. I got 250 subscribers in the first week and nothing after that. Co-mutual governance is not sustainable inside female privacy. It undermines the boundary. It demoralizes the woman relying on it. It diminishes biological reality. And ultimately, it invades the purpose the boundary was created to serve. The issue is not whether identity can be protected elsewhere. The issue is whether identity can co-govern the female spaces created because biology matters. And if biology created the need for privacy, biology must govern the privacy boundary with sovereignty. And anything less turns privacy into permission, and permission is not protection. I'll see you in the next lesson. 4 lessons to go. I hope somebody's getting something out of this. Bye for now.